Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Accidentally Went Back in Time? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. And stay tuned for a short movie or a story there because I will be uploading that shortly after this one. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins in elemental nations, which was in the midst of war. This was the fourth time that a such huge and large-scale war was happening. But this time, nations were fighting not against one another, but alongside one another. Their enemy was common, the masked person and his organization known as Akatsuki. This so-called Mother Uchiha had kidnapped each and every Jinchuriki except for the 8 tails and the 9 tails, and revived a 10-tailed beast that was present there. The hideous one-eyed beast was their trump card, as they had an army of their own. Army that morphed into clones of their people, making it hard for them to realize who was with them and who wasn't. The Zetsu army. The person who was the catalyst of this was standing there on top of the Biju, alongside now revived Madara Uchiha in the Erotensive, meaning that his identity was fake. As Naruto Uzumaki, the 16-year-old hero of Konoha, was also standing next to his people. Right next to him on right side was his father, also present in Erotensei, and so were the other Kages as well. As the third Hokage, who had died long ago, then said, "Naruto, now's the chance. Are you ready?" As Naruto's eyes had orange pigments, as his skin began to glow in golden chakra as well. "Yeah. Ready, Kurama?" "More than ready, kid. You already have one shot at this. I doubt that I would be able to even stay conscious after this." "Yeah. Let's just hope that this one works." "Naruto, ready?" said Sasuke. "Right. Let's do this." As Naruto then began to dash forward alongside with the other Kages, as Minato threw a kunai which Sasuke caught mid-air and kicked it far, sending it shooting straight through the ears, wheezing towards Madara. As suddenly Minato appeared there, using a Rasengan to slam on Madara Uchiha's face, causing his face to disappear but reappear again because he was an Edo-tensei like Minato. I see. So Tobirama's cursed technique is the one that bought you the moniker, the Yellow Flash. What? As suddenly Naruto appeared from behind him, switching positions with Minato. "Take this, you bastards!" As that is when we see the masked person's mask cracked, as well as Madara was almost obliterated, but soon he began to gather as well. Damn it, it didn't work. As Naruto's golden glowing chakra disappeared, leaving only his Sage mode that was present. "At least you still have your Sage mode on. That's something." "Yeah, but I doubt that I will be able to stay in this form longer." "Damn it," said Naruto as sweat dropped down from his face. His muscles were tense as his teeth were gritted. He knew that he was in trouble, and so were the rest, as the masked person's mask cracked and fell down to the ground, revealing half morphed face and half still intact. It was an Uchiha for sure, but not the one that they thought it would be. Could have been any other person out there, but it chose to be as Kakashi Obito. As everyone stood there frozen, those who knew the man. "Obito, is this some sort of a sick joke?" said some of the others. "What do you mean by that?" "Who is that, Dosan?" said Naruto, looking towards his father. "That is my other student. The one who died. The one Kakashi got his Sharingan from." "What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" said Kakashi. "Shut up, Kakashi. I don't owe you any explanation. I have a goal, and that is to end the Elemental Nation, and that is all you need to know. Stand against me, and you will die." As Naruto charged up a Rasen Shuriken in response by them, as he disappeared, charging towards them, But Madara, using his Rinnegan, which was now appeared in his eyes, was not only able to rebirth himself but also open a portal between time and space and reality itself, unbeknownst to him and anyone else. As Naruto was swallowed by Naruto, no! Yelled out Minato as he went ballistic. War was raged on. Then there was an explosion. Explosion that shone a light everywhere, so much bright that nothing could be seen by anyone anymore. As now we see, Naruto was falling. All he could realize was that he was falling from the sky. What? The jutsu in his hand was still present as Naruto began to collide them both because he knew if he impacted the ground, he would die. Thinking fast, he did that, and using the two Rasen shurikens combined into one, Naruto was able to use that attack's force to jump himself and cause himself to fly off again, like bouncing. Whoa, oh no, I did not think about this, said Naruto, as now he was bouncing and rotating up and down in the air and headed straight towards the trees near a waterfall. As suddenly there we see a battle was going on between some clan, two of them. One wore the Uchiha insignia on them with old armors, while the other one wore the Senju crest. As both of them clashed with one another, their leaders, wearing a mask as well as armor, held a katana as well as a spear. As suddenly Naruto crash landed in midst of them, as all of them halted and pointed their weapons at him. Who are you? And where did you come from? I'm from Konoha. Konoha? What do you mean by that? Said a feminine voice that was demanding. As the other one then said, Shut up, Michiko. You don't know that. Let me answer that. Oh, shut up, Hachi. Like you know any better. These two belong to different rival clans. Michiko Uchiha and Hachi Senju. As both of them stood there. As Naruto, his head was shaking as he stood up. What the hell? Where am I? What is even going on here? You are near the border of Senju and Uchiha territory. Now speak who you are. Said Michiko Uchiha took off her mask, revealing her eyes, which were red and long, spiky black hair. As her blade, which was a katana, was now pointed towards Naruto's neck. Wait, what? Then that means I'm at Konoha, right? What do you mean by that? Said the other, as she took off her mask, revealing her brown eyes and brown hair. This was Heihachi Senju, leader of the Senju clan. There is no such place as Konoha. Is that your village? Yeah, it's a shinobi village, where both the Senju and Uchiha clan reside alongside with the Hyugas and the others. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. Uzumakis have red hair. You don't. Well, my mother did. I'm a half Uzumaki, you see? My father was a Namikaze. And that's a Namikaze, the fourth Hokage? The fourth? There is no such place as Konoha that I have heard of in the elemental nations. What? What do you mean by that? There has to be. Back off, said the Uchihas as Naruto took a step towards Chico. As then Naruto's eyes narrowed as he... And then his eyes went, wait, that can be right. You're dressed like Madara. Madara Uchiha, leader of the Uchiha clan. Huh? Madara? No, there is no Madara here. What are you speaking of? Said Hachi. This is Michiko Uchiha, and she's the leader of the clan right now. The heir to the clan. Hachi, as much as I hate to say this, but I agree with her. There is no such person as Madara. Wait, Hachi, but aren't you supposed to be Hashirama? As Naruto looked towards the Tobirama Senju who was standing nearby. Nesan, let me deal with this. Wait, you're Tobirama, right? Tobirama Senju, the second Hokage? The one with proficient with the water-style jutsus? How do you know so much? Are you spying on me? No, because you're the second Hokage. What do you mean by that? I mean there was peace between us in the future. Yes, of course there was. That is until... As Naruto stopped, then and there, until what? Well, wars. A lot of wars happened with the other villages who formed up and, well, started wars with one another, power struggle. So it didn't work. But hey, it can change, right? How can we be so sure that you are of what we speak of? Listen, I don't know how I ended up here, but my people, the people in future, are in trouble. War has been started, a war that can end the whole world. I was fighting against an enemy, against an enemy who revived the Ten Tails. It was made up of all the 9 beaches combined, and he wanted to destroy the elemental nations, the Shinobi War. As the both clans stood still, as a sensory ninja amongst them from the Senju clan that said, he's speaking the truth. Sure about this. The Tobirama, I can't lie to you, can I? It could be a genjutsu. Look, if anything, I can't use genjutsu. Seriously. Bastard. What did he send me here? He made a portal before I could attack him. Now I'm here. Damn it, said Naruto, clutching his head as he slumped down there in the midst of them. Why are you sulking now? People, you're still in the battle, Hachi, said Chico. He is obviously very stressed for the right reason. Even if he is here, the battle must be going on. That's it. Battle is still going on. If I can change that, find a way back, there would be a clue. I have to get in touch with the Uzumaki clan, since they are the ones proficient in the Fuinjutsu arts, right? We are close with the Uzumakis, said Hachi. I will contact my cousin. She will be arriving here. Meantime, why don't you stay? No, he is to be our guest. Listen, both of you, can you stop fighting? Both of you made up, I don't know how, but both of you were the ones in my world that formed the village, so that there would be no more war, no bloodshed. And how did it fare? Both of your clans got extinct because of the wars. Uchiha clan was massacred by one of their own, lost in the power of hatred, known as Itachi Uchiha. The only Uchiha that was left is my friend Sasuke, who has gone the dark side, aiming for revenge, as the Uchiha clan was traumatized. What about the Senjus? The only Senju that is left is your granddaughter, who was the 5th Hokage, Tsunade. And she had a hard time coming to terms with the death of her and a lot of you guys. So both clans don't even exist in the future. Since you're here, you might find a way to save them. You're right. That can work, said Naruto, grabbing the hands of Michiko. Thank you so much. You gave me an idea and a lot to think about. What is your plan, Val? You're right. I have to think of one. As Michiko facepalmed herself, seriously. Don't even know what your plan is, and you were excited. Hey, that's a start, right? Said Naruto with a smile on his face. That reminds me, where did my headband go? As suddenly they realized that back of his orange jacket that he was wearing was, in fact, Uzumaki insignia. Uzumaki symbol. Said you were from... Well, it was a symbol like this, said Naruto, drawing the hidden leaf symbol, and told him about this. So, what about the battle, the war? Said one of the Uchihas. They are stopping here. Let's call it a ceasefire between the two clans until we get to the bottom of this and realize what truly had happened to our future. And if we truly did form this Konoha as this person speaks of, it would be quite fortunate to finally live in a place where we don't have to always be in a power struggle. At least for our future generations. As everyone agreed. As for the Senjus, they all did as well. And so, Naruto now was present in the midst of the new formed camps of the Uchihas and the Senju clan, as he was acting as the live person border as well as an ambassador for each and other clan. As the old clan heads were present alongside the eldest from the both clans, alongside with Hachi, Senju, as well as Michiko Uchiha. As Naruto sat down, right, young man. We have called in the Uzumakis, and they have arrived. As Mito Uzumaki arrived, as not about Mito-sama. It's an honor. I have heard that you are an Uzumaki who got trapped in time-space and here. Amateur. Is this what becomes of the Uzumaki clan? As Naruto gave a sad smile, which Michiko as well as Hachi realized. As did Mito, so he did not make it. My mother was sent here to Konoha, called in by you, and that is when 3 villages, Iwagakure, Ogakure as well as Kirigakure, decided to attack, fearing the power of the Uzumakis. They were successful. Yes. I and a girl named Karin are the only known Uzumakis alive right now. In the future. I see. That is something we need to change about as well. But first, we need to conduct a test of proof. This is a stone that is crafted by the seals. Only an Uzumaki can cause it to glow red. If it causes blue color to shine, that means you're not an Uzumaki. So Naruto bit his thumb and dropped a few bloods as it shone red, brightly. That confirms it. You are an Uzumaki. So it is true, said the eldest from the clans, as well as the Uzumakis who were present there, shocked. So you were in the midst of a war, young man? Yes, but this time all the elemental nations were fighting alongside, besides one another, against a common enemy. An enemy who was about to end the world. Even we had to use the Edo Tensei technique to revive the dead. Edo Tensei? But that is only used for, I know, an Uzumaki curse technique. But we had to use it. So, needed the power of all the Kages that we had. Hashirama Senju, Tobirama Senju, Hiruzen Sarutobi, Minato Namikaze, and the 5th Hokage, Tsunade Senju, the granddaughter, Hashirama-sama, and Mito-sama. But who is this Hashirama? I have been thinking about this, said Michiko. You speak of this Hashirama, as well as Madara, but we haven't even heard of them. And you say they are from our time. Are they? I believe that both of them are supposed to be you two, but I don't know, how did this even happen? Huh? You mean to say that I'm a man in the timeline? As Naruto made 2 clones, and then morphed into them. As Madara, Uchiha, as well as Hashirama stood there. Yes. Both of you did. As Michiko as well as Hachi stood there frozen. This is quite weird, but we are women. Always have been since birth. How could we have been men? That is what I'm worried about. I see. So the person who sent you here not only filled with the time-space, the looks of it, but also with a bit of reality. Meaning that he intended you to never return back to your... What? Yes, that is what I'm trying to tell you here. See, as Mito began to explain how the seals work and how altering a bit of seals in the form of a technique, it can alter reality itself. As Naruto slumped, it's worthless. My friends, my village, everyone, it's gone. Everything is lost. Not everything, said Hachi as she placed a hand in Naruto's. We're still here. We are more than to take you in. Hold it, he is an Uzumaki, Hachi, mind I remind you. We'll be living amongst the Uzumakis. Actually, I lived in a place called Konoha. As much as it corny as it sounds, but it was a place that I called home. So that place doesn't exist, son. Send you elder. Where are you going to live then? I think you should make that place, because I know deep down you want to. Actually, Naruto is right, said Hachi. We want to establish a place, a home, where future generations don't have to shed a blood. But they have fought against us, killed many of us, so have you, said the Uchihas. This power struggle needs to stop, said Naruto. And only by letting go of your past hatred, be able to see both sides of it. To cling on to it, it will only continue down to be more bloodshed and death. That is how it always ends up. I've seen it too many times. So, Naruto then said, I'll make sure that no happens. I'll also make sure peace this time prevails and nobody gets hurt. As now we see, everyone stood there and smiled. We have a favor to ask you. A condition, I might say, said the Uchihas. If you agree to that, then we will listen to your word. So now we see, within the next day, Naruto found himself dressed up as a groom and seated in the center. It was right next to him, left and right, were two brides, traditional Japanese clothing, wearing the white robes. Ichigo Uchiha and Hachi Senju. As Naruto gulped, was the third bride had arrived just now, and she was Mito Uzumaki herself, because Uzumaki never let someone like Naruto get away from them. And besides, Mito thought Naruto was kind of cute like a fox, so they all, in a traditional arranged and political marriage way, were now married. As Naruto now we see was standing there, sitting alone, deep in thought. It was one moment he was fighting for the protection and safety of his future and his friend's future, and right now he was getting married in the past to supposedly the first Hokage and Madara Uchiha. Damn it to hell. What am I doing? I've closed my eyes for a few moments, being passed out cold. Up, you have done crazy shit again, Naruto. Kurama. God damn it, you're back. Thank God. The way you were quiet, I thought you were. Yeah, I'm here with you. Yeah, and I'm glad you are, friend. So what happened? I can see from your memories, but I seriously want to hear. Ichigo Uchiha supposed to be Madara Uchiha, and Hachi Senju supposed to be Hashirama Senju, and Mito Uzumaki, someone who could be considered your own grandmother, going to marry three of them? Actually have. And this is what I'm worried about. In a sense, it is kind of a good thing that you did. What? How? How can this be a good thing? Madara is someone that we were supposed to defeat and kill. I need to find a way back to my timeline. Can't. Back. What? Whatever Madara did, he made sure you cannot return because he knew that you could have done something. Your unpredictability could have done something. Could have won maybe even the war. Who knows? Because of that, out of fear, he did what he had to do. He sent you a bit into this reality. But this place, I can sense, is not that much different, aside from a given few factors than ours. So you mean to say that Zetsu would try to use Madara, convince him to his side? Or Michiko at this point? Yes. And make sure that you suddenly both of them stopped talking because something changed in Naruto's mindscape. Naruto was no longer standing in front of a cage which was opened in the midst of water. Right now he was on a green field in front of a home that looked old and traditional, as Kurama in his small form was on his shoulder. What's going on, Kurama? This place is going on. How can we be here? What is this place, Kurama? This is the home of the sage, where I grew up. And I left. As Naruto gulped, then what are we doing here? Let's go inside and find. Sure, just go inside, Naruto. So, hearing what Kurama had said, Naruto went inside. There he found an old man seated, and right in front of him were the 9 pages as he was speaking to them about their duty as well as their future. Even Kurama was there. Hey Kurama, here you are. Shh, shut up, kid. As all the 9 pages then disappeared, as they saw that the sickened and was bedridden. What happened? was about the time we left. Mother was dying. Passed away like this. You never turned back, did you? No. You told us not to. That was our farewell ending. Promise to him. Seriously? Yes. But isn't it? Don't say it is weird. I'll chop your head off, kid. Hey, I'm not just saying that, it is. I know, to be honest. I don't know what he wants to do. The elemental nation that he thought of us, wasn't the one that we met. Maybe we can do that now. What do you mean by that, kid? Maybe we can build an elemental nation that you all will like. Maybe this is a sign from the sage, Kurama. What do you mean by that? Maybe we can change everything in the future. Think about it. What about you, Naruto? What happened to you? Listen, we'll cross that bridge once we get there. I mean, it's like what, 100 years from now since I will be born? Yeah, I guess you're right. About that much, give or take. You and your siblings are still out there. What are you planning, kid? Since Zetsu's goal is to get them, how about we make sure that all of you are stayed in one place? Hidden, without anyone's notice. I mean, Madara or Michiko, to say, hasn't gone out in search for, the Bijus, and neither has Hachi. You're right. Hashirama was the one who captured the Bijus and gave it away to the villages they were for. If there are no Bijus left there to capture, there won't be any more wars. This could change everything. That is what I'm saying. Kid, you're a genius. If this works, then everything changes. But what about Zetsu? Because he is still around. I can sense him. You have to deal with him. Fast. That bastard cannot be allowed to manipulate Michiko or anyone else. You're right. So, now we see. Naruto woke up and he saw that right next to him seated was Michiko. Michiko-chan, what are you doing here? I was worried about you. Came to this place. Why? There's nothing more than a forest here. Don't give me that cheesy line saying that this is... This is where Konoha is going to stand one day. Stone placeholder. This will be Hokage monument where we are seated. This mountain. I see. This is where the future home will be. Yeah. Back then when you said your enemy almost mentioned Madara. Are you trying to say that I am supposed to be your... You're not. You're not Madara. Michiko, as you said. As Michiko smiled and gave him a kiss by dragging his collar near her, as she then looked away, hiding her blush and acting cool. Make sure that I don't become her. Become him. By standing by my side. I'll make sure of that, said Naruto, grabbing her head. Let's go back. Yeah, let's do. So, now we see. It was decided that Naruto would be the first Hokage. When the news reached that there will be truce and alliance between the two clans and they will be forming a village. Many of the others, such as the Sarutobi clan, the Kurama clan, as well as Yamanaka, Aburames, Akamichis, and many more, the canon joined in. As Naruto made sure all of them were well settled in, even the Sarutobi clan did. As Naruto was the first Hokage, the first stone face that was carved into the mountain was his. Naruto found it surreal. You know, it should be your face there, said Naruto, looking towards Hachi, who stood next by him. No. Me and the others will be by your side, helping you, guiding you. There's nothing you need to be worried about. Besides, you're the one who knows more about this than us. So, now we see. From then on, each and every night, while the village was being built and constructed, Naruto would send out his clones and scout out for the Bijus. Naruto was able to find out where Shikaku and the other few was able to convince them by showing them, through the help of Kurama, his true memories. As he did, they all agreed to the plan. all except the nine-tail itself that was found in the cave, a full one. Kid, back then I was quite menacing. No joke you were. I mean, are. Shikaku, seriously, Shikaku, I'm not in the mood to fight. I've seen all of you lost. I can't lose all of you. That I need to speak myself won't be sure about this, Kurama. Yes. And so Kurama took over Naruto's body and went inside the cave. As the huge red eyes opened, looking towards the two small ones. Yes. Sure. Why am I sealed within a human? Why do I sense the others here? Because they are. What are you planning? Why are you here? As Kurama explained everything to his own self. Our old man had many thoughts and many truths that he spewed about these nations. And yet not a one nation has formed that is peaceful. All I see is brutality and battles, and that's such things as truth that we spoke of. Don't you dare say that. They are going to come to pass in the future, and when they do, you will regret it. I almost lost all of my own people, my siblings. I'll be damned if I let that happen to you. To us. Fine. I don't know what your plan is, but I agree to it. As long as it keeps us away from humans. It will. I have a question. Why do you trust him? Because in the thousands of years of my life, this person is the only one. He's both annoying and someone who's able to understand what I and my siblings know, what we went through. As Kurama's eyes widened, are you sure about this? Yes, you'll be your own person, Kurama. I'll be my own. So, that is what happened as Kurama agreed. All the 9 beaches disappeared and were now to Naruto as Naruto returned. So what now, kid? Well, now we hide and make sure that people realize that alongside the future generations that bijus are not weapons. If anything, they are beings that we are meant to learn from, sentient beings. And Naruto made sure that it was that way, while also making sure that his wives were not mad at all and happy. With Ichiko as well as Hachi and Mito being literally kind of too much romantic, they dragged him to their chambers one after the other for a whole month, each day, every day, one at a time. And so now we see at the first day in his office, Naruto looked quite drained, almost like a skeleton, as Tobirama, who was his assistant, stood there. Jeez, Naruto, look like you have been trained. Yeah, yes, in a sense I am. As Tobirama then said, taking out his katana, what did you do to my sister? Nothing! I swear I did nothing. And so, Hachi came there, running alongside, dragging Ichiko as well as Mito. Naruto, you're not gonna believe this. What happened? We're pregnant. And so, Tobirama began to drag out his blade again. And so did Izuna Uchiha, who was standing there. You defiled our sisters. Calm down, both of them. Said both of the sisters. He is our husband. Still, he defiled you. He has to die. And both of them were bonked on the head by me to shut up, two of you. Sometimes I wonder if what would my brother. And that sent chills Naruto's spine. While other beaches, they kind of agreed this was fun. They were enjoying this. Even Kurama himself was from Naruto's time back. What? Right. This is kind of interesting, said the other beaches. As now we see, Konoha was forming slowly and surely. So were the other villages rising as well. Naruto, not through giving away the beaches, but through diplomatic talks, like a Hokage, a true leader, set afoot, and made sure that each and every village was aligned, and even formed a trade route with one another. As the first leader of their own villages then said, Hokage-sama, mind you, I ask, we don't mind. Why are you doing this? This is too generous for all of us. What's the underline? To be honest, I want peace. That is all. I don't want the newer generation to fight wars for ourselves and for our egos. If we share, we not only get better, also will be able to benefit from this. The future generation will be at peace. Peace brings peace. No, not at all. If anything, it brings people who protect that peace. And that is why I want a force, the Shinobi Alliance force, to be a permanent force that will protect it. Each 100 members, elite of the elite, will be sent there to train the others. A camp will be placed in each and every village. In this way, we will be able to protect not only the routes but the people and our villages in case of any bandits attack and any foreign entity attack. That could work. Set the Raikage as well as the Mizukage. As the Kazekage also agreed to this. Tsuchikage, although a little bit distraught, also agreed. I think that I will be able to trust you on this one. Good. That is all I want, your trust. And so, the 5 nations from the start had a peace amongst them. A peace that did not lead to any war. And because of that, one being was truly enraged because everything that he has been so far orchestrating suddenly went down the drain. All thanks to the first Hokage who appeared out of nowhere. Naruto Uzumaki. Who was he? Because this person has never heard of him. This person was none other than Zetsu. Need to take care of him. Can't use Michiko Uchiha. She was our prime target, the one that we could use to lure and do our deeds, but now no longer. That one half, as the other half spoke, to do this and fast. Otherwise, we will push back for more than at least hundreds of years. Because of that person's planning, some skirmishes did happen, but thanks to the Kages and thanks to their working together, they were all calmed down. Realized as someone planning this, orchestrating this. As another Kage summit for the second time happened in the Iron Country. Kage-sama, you were right. There are some people who are trying to cause war between us, said the Tsuchikage, as the others also agreed. People also said this. What are our plans here? How are we gonna deal with this? Tackle this? Simple. I think I might know who this person is. He's a famous manipulator known as Zetsu. As Naruto gave away the sketch and it was printed out and everyone was on the lookout with a huge bounty placed. And now Zetsu was sent to the caves in the deepest pits of them. Damn it all! He knows about me. But how? Makes sense that he does. Because he's not from here, but from the future. So they've used that trick from the future to help themselves. There is otherwise no other way, because not even the sage knew what it was. That is correct, Zetsu. That Naruto has appeared here. You. How did you end up? Simple. Plan was working. Ten-Tail was revived, and so was Madara. Destroy the elemental nations using the plan. But then, you ended up here. Yes, a blessing in disguise, you can say. Because I'll be damned if I allow this world to be doomed by you. But your world is doomed. Yeah, yes it is. God knows if it is or not. But I'd be damned if I let you do this here. As Naruto using his Sage Mode attacked. But he wasn't alone. Michiko tracked him down, and following him was, well, Mito as well as Tobirama, Izuna, and finally Mito. And all of them fought alongside Naruto as Zetsu was cornered and now down to the ground, beaten into a bloody pulp. You are nothing more than pieces of history that I have crafted. All your wars, all your aggressions against one another was planned by me. How dare you do this to one who wrote your destiny? All you wrote, said Michiko, was our misery. That is all you ever wrote. The pain is the only thing that you have given us, said Hachi. In the future, you would have done the same. Let me do. As Tobirama then said, I used to hate Uchihas, but I now know it's the one who should relate. Although that happened, you're on your own. Yeah, you're all. What are you going to do? Because let me tell you this, even if you kill me, there will be more who will carry out the will of her. You say Kaguya, don't you? How do you? As even the pages were shocked, as Naruto then made them realize. While slipping through time and space, Naruto was able to see visions of Kaguya and Sasuke as well. Let me tell you this. Your mother has regained her chakra. All she needs is to be freed. What you are doing is, it's going to cause destruction of the nations. You're lying. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Who's to tell? But let me tell you this, the Otsuzukis are a plague to this land. And I'll make sure everything in my power I will do to make sure they don't even set a foot here. You can't stop them from coming. They will keep on coming no matter what happens. Me and my future generations will be all of ours. As Naruto's eyes narrowed, as they killed and destroyed Zetsu, the very orchestrizer. After that was said and done, a few months passed as the three gave birth to kids. Minato was born from Mito and Naruto. Kushina was from Hachi and Naruto. Sasuke was born from Naruto and Michiko. Named him Sasuke. Why? Because he was a friend of mine, the last Uchiha you were trying to help. Yeah. Symbolic. I think it suits him. But we're gonna make sure that he stays alive. He doesn't turn to the dark side. I was able to keep his mother away. I'm pretty sure that we both keep him. As Michiko blushed and looked away while Naruto, he just smiled, looking at his family. Did good, kid. Yeah, I think I did. But the fight is far from over. So Suzuki's? You have to defeat them. Oh, Zetsu isn't here. I think you already have, but yeah, always try to be cautious. Even when you think everything is over, it might happen. Underneath the underneath. Yeah, I do. So, now we see Naruto being the first Hokage by being sent back in time accidentally by Madara was a blessing in disguise for him. He had a family, and not only that, he also became a Hokage and allied every nation together in peace, making sure it stayed that. As this is where I'll be leaving this short movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.